Hi, I'm Mark Watson. I'm pastor of Faith Bible Church here in New Plymouth. Today is Thursday, April the 2nd, 2020. And we have been talking about anxiety because I think anxiety is a very apt topic to discuss given the situation that we currently find ourselves in. And this morning I want to talk very briefly about improper worship and how improper worship leads to anxiety. Well, we've all done it. We've all taken selfies and placed those selfies on our Facebook pages and Instagram accounts and any other account that you may have. And while taking selfies is not in and of itself bad or wrong, I think selfies is representative or symptomatic of the society in which we now live. In other words, we live in a society which is obsessed with self-worth, with self-image. We are more concerned these days with how people view us. We are more concerned with our possessions, our wealth. These are the things that we place our value on. But that is a major problem because when God first created mankind, He created man to worship Him and worship Him alone, to place Him first above all things. And then when sin entered the world, that all changed. That turned completely upside down, where man then began to worship the created being rather than the Creator. Man went on his own way. Man then began to practice improper worship. He began to worship the wrong things, his possessions, his wealth. Listen to what Jesus says in Matthew chapter 6, verse 24. No one can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or he'll be devoted to one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and wealth. Verse 25, for this reason, I say to you, do not be worried or anxious about your life. Jesus here makes it very clear that you cannot worship God and wealth at the same time. The implication there then is that when we worship ourselves, our possessions, the small things in life, our worldly things, that then leads to anxiety. You become like that double-minded man in James 1 verse 8 who becomes unstable in all his ways. When we lose sight of who we are to worship, we become unstable, we become divided in our affections and in our hearts. My question to you then is this: what do you value the most? What do you worship? What do you spend your money on? What do you spend the bulk of your time doing and thinking about? Do you spend your time thinking about Christ, or do you spend your time thinking about your worldly possessions? My encouragement for you is to spend the next few days and weeks at home while you've got the time, reflectively thinking about these things. Spending more time in the Word, spending more time in prayer. Realign your heart back to Christ. Because when we do that, when our affections are set more on Him than on worldly things, then we are not unstable. We become sure and steadfast into what we believe and what we hold to and what we cling to, rather than becoming anxious about the worldly things and possessions that we have. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.